My boss is making me feel guilty for not wanting to participate in weekend team buildings. Hi everyone. I started working in a new company a few months ago, and I really love my job. The team I'm in is very tight-knit. They like to go out for drinks, they like to go on vacations together, they organize team buildings very often. I was part of one team building 2 weeks ago, and now they are organizing a weekend Friday-Sunday trip away. However, they don't allow any families and spouses on these trips, which I understand. Let me be clear, this isn't a business trip, it's a vacation. Today I told my boss that I like going out with them even though most of the times I'm being forced to participate, but I'm not comfortable leaving my spouse for a whole weekend to go partying with my colleagues. I told her that me and my fiancé work opposite schedules. He works night shifts and basically the weekend is the only time I get to spend with him, and told her that I'm not comfortable going on the weekend, when I spend time with my colleagues 9 hours a day. Basically she started acting rude, saying that I'm being irresponsible for my job, and that wasn't a family trip because of people like me we can't be a good team. Also she said that it's unprofessional to not be able to live without my spouse for a weekend. Honestly, I felt really hurt by those words because I love my job and put all effort to do it the best I can. But I also love my family and love to spend time with them in my free. I love my job, but honestly that attitude is making me sick. Your boss needs to look up the term unprofessional. What they're trying to do is make you care about your job more than you care about your family. I can only imagine that they either hate their own home life or they have no family friends outside of work. Draw a line, do your job and collect as much evidence of their unprofessional behavior as you can in case of reprisal. Any job that pulls the "we're family" card is triangular flag on post, 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 triangular flag on post. Go to HR and say, since we are expected to go on these team building exercises for the weekend, I was wondering how we get our hotels paid for and how do we put in for the extra time to get paid. I know it's work related because we're not allowed to bring our SO with us and was set up by our boss. Bro. It's not unprofessional to have a family, and that statement is borderline discriminatory. It is illegal to discriminate based on age, gender, sexual orientation, parental status being a parent or marital status being a spouse. This is toxic AF. They want you married to your job, not your spouse. These are the same kinds of shitty bosses who find excuses to fire pregnant people so they don't have to pay paternity leave. Like, you get pregnant and they say, but did you think about how this would affect the team? Like, shut the fuck up. Family is always first. Basically she started acting rude, saying that I'm being irresponsible for my job, and that wasn't a family trip because of people like me we can't be a good team. Also she said that it's unprofessional to not be able to live without my spouse for a weekend. Seems like the start of retaliation. Start documenting everything. 1. Never, ever explain to an employer what you want to do in your free time. Not a word of detail. 2. Whenever they ask you whether you want to spend your free time doing whatever bullshit they want you to do, tell them that you'd love to, but you can't because of commitments at home. If they ask you what commitments, you say that's private and you're not able to discuss it because it involves other people's personal details. 3. Start looking for another job because these clowns clearly aren't ever going to promote you unless you're willing to take holidays with them, and screw that. Unless they are going to pay for travel, hotel, and your time, then you certainly don't have to go. They can't make you work on your day off. Which means they can't make extra demands on your time. Start getting some of the details in writing. Ask openly in about all this. Project the cost on your household and explain that you don't get paid enough to elect these funds to their cause. I'm a team player but you think sports are real and want to start doing away games? Nah. Holy shit, is that toxic? These people are your colleagues, not your friends, and certainly not your family. If they want your time, they'll compensate you for it appropriately. The boss tried this a few weeks ago. Boss, we're doing an overnight team building fishing trip, wanna come? Me, can my family come along? Boss, unfortunately, no. Me, am I getting paid to attend? Boss, nope. Me, that's a no from me. If there's a co-worker within 50 miles, it's not a vacation. I can't even begin to fathom calling any experience with my co-workers a vacation. That right there would immediately make me feel not like family. I would straight up say, excuse me? Who on earth do you think you are to talk to me that way? Don't you ever tell me that spending time with my family on my own time is unprofessional. Sorry, I'm not available should be your future answers to these requests. She deserves no detail or explanation of any kind of your personal time. Your boss misses her sorority. Don't make the same mistakes I did and let them take advantage of you. Put your foot down, and if she can't accept it, quit and find another job. Is it a job or a cult? If you're not being paid, you're not required to go. If suggest documenting everything, in case it comes in handy later. This is bizarre. Do none of these people have partners, caring responsibilities, children, pets or hobbies? I couldn't just drop everything to do unpaid work, and not could my husband. I agree, document everything in case of retaliation and look for another job. Your boss is a loser. Maybe the biggest loser ever. She has no friends, so is pulling this shit. If your paycheck isn't affected, let this loser be rude. Sir, this is a cult. 100 fuck all that. You spend enough time at work with these people, are they really lacking any other outside relationships? It's one thing to go out one night, but vacations? Hell no. This is bizarre. Run. 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 Any job with mandatory, unpaid team building is not a job that respects your or your time. I had a boss like this once. You have to stand your ground here. You spend 40 hours with these people, unless they want to pay you for 48 hours away they can piss off. I'd update the resume and start looking. You have every right to say no. Sounds like forced unpaid work, even if it's a vacation. It's not a vacation for you, just more time away from your family. If they don't like it, they can fire you. Start asking which billing code you should attribute the time to. That's a fucking cult. I get to see you guys 5 days a week. To make that happen, my spouse and I work opposite shifts, so I only really get to see them on weekends. If they can't count on me to be there for them during the small window that they're available, how could you count on me for anything? Your boss is way out of line. You are not being irresponsible for your job. They don't get to dictate what you do on your time off. Period. If they want you to engage in team building activities, they have to do it during your work hours. This sounds like actual hell for me. I have autism. The energy required for me to mask and appear normal at work for 40 hours a week is insane. I could not imagine having to do it for entire weekend trips on top of that. Jesus. Well, I hope you all have a wonderful time. You need to tell me all about it on Monday. All the red flags. Just all of them. Every single one. But seriously, you should be looking for other jobs. This is not okay, and is a portent of further abuse. Get out ASAP, this place is toxic AF. Team building is a work function, it should be happening during work hours. She sounds like a hurt swinger whose indirect proposal was rejected. Leave that job. It's not vacation if it's forced. So your job wants them to be more of a priority than your actual family? Fuck them, find a new job and ditch these psychos.